Hello there, I'm Cece.
And I'm Kit, and welcome to another edition of Boy and Girl Thing.
It's great having you.
I'm the author of the book, Let's Meet Our Match, Your Complete Guide to Success in the World of Internet Dating. And she is
I am
the doyenne.
absolutely of divorce, transition into dating, and relationship building. I'm a mentor. I've been helping people in the Tampa Bay area for many, many years now. And we're hoping that we can broaden a little bit and touch your lives too. So welcome on board here on the Boy and Girl Show.
And with us tonight, a lovely friend of mine. I'm so glad she was finally able to come in. Her name's Sylvia. And we're happy
Sylvia.
to have you. Yeah. Hi, Sylvia. We're happy to have you.
Yes.
With all of the different things that you've experienced with internet dating and online dating, what one thing sticks out to you the most? What concept, what part of it, or what sticks out to you the most?
The negativity, because you get so much negativity if you're not a certain profile.
Okay. And do you find that it's meeting someone from a picture versus meeting them in person?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that disappointing?
Not necessarily to everyone, but I think you have expectations, and then all of a sudden they're not exactly what you thought they were.
Yeah.
Because of course, when you put your picture out there, you want your best picture out there.
Yes.
And some of them are 30, 45 years old, and you don't look that way anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I did.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
The girls in my high school class said I haven't changed any except my hair's gray.
Yeah, they might. You know what? I love my girlfriends too, and they say the same thing. And when I look at one of my high school pictures, I think, okay, obviously our eyes are going bad as we get older. But
yeah. The old saying, I went by the mirror and didn't know who was in there.
Yeah. But you know, what comes to mind, Sylvia, you know, as you mentioned that, is that when we're out there dating and we're out there online, what we're really trying to do is meet someone that's going to like us for who we are, you know, what we look like. They're going to accept the way we look. They're going to hopefully be attracted to the way we are, and that they're going to really see from within, once they get to know us, what kind of great people we are, a person, you know, an individual that we are. So, I mean, I would say to anyone out there who's feeling a little bit, you know, kind of down in the dumps about dating, I think that you have to kiss a lot of frogs, you know, to find the prince. And so,
You sure do.
so, you know, it's a numbers game. Yeah. So are you online yourself right now?
No, I have a steady boyfriend right now. So
See, there you go. Now, did you meet him online?
yes, I did.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Wonderful. So it does work, and people
does work.
Successful.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We met online.
Yeah. And it's been almost like wedded bliss.
He's been smitten ever since. Although he reminds me what a woman I am.
The utter pictures right there.
I know.
Brother.
He comes on to the show, you know, beforehand. I've got curlers in. I'm putting my makeup on. I'm doing all this girl stuff. And he's like, okay. So, yeah. But I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Unfortunately, you come to my house, this is what you get. and I tell you that too. He's been to my house, and this is what he gets. So
yeah. Well, I hate to admit it, but how I looked before you put the curlers on is the same how I look afterwards. I just seem to think I look better or feel better about myself.
Yes.
But that's the whole thing. You know, when you talk about, you know, the way other people look, it's really about the essence of yourself, isn't it? So, you know, you've got a wonderful personality. Your personality with the show. Oh, here you go. We're going to bring her back up again. But those you don't know, that Sylvia's a fan, and she's coming into what we call our lobby. So if you're out there listening to us, all you have to do is connect your camera. And if you're on Google Chrome and you're on our WGSN-DB Going Solo Network site, you connect the camera and you can come right into our lobby and join us right up. We've got extra space. We can bring you on board. We can talk to you just like we're doing with Sylvia. But, you know, as I was saying, it's your essence of yourself, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she'll be right back.
The blueberry muffins.
Yeah.
Hurry, I smell something burning.
Yeah, she's got oh, what did I do here? Oh. Yeah, she's got blueberry muffins in the
oven.
in the oven. So
That is a woman. That is a woman
yeah,
that makes blueberry muffins. That is a woman.
that's because you like to eat. You know what? The old saying, and do you think it's true, Sylvia? The old saying that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Do you think that's true?
Yes. Yes. And I had a man tell me one time, the best way to get a man is to feed him breakfast and give him milk, because it brings home memories of breakfast at home and his mother. So, yeah.
Well, the trick is getting him to stay overnight for breakfast.
Or just meeting for breakfast. Maybe meeting for breakfast. Maybe that's a good way to start off.
If I could find a woman that would bake blueberry muffins for me, I would be her love slave forever. Okay.
What time are you going to get here? I do I know I was never much of a cook through both of my marriages. My late husband, he did all our cooking. So since I've been widowed and living alone, I have found that I am really enjoying cooking. So I like to make all kinds of stuff.
Great.
There you go.
That's great.
And I've learned to cook for myself.
I'm a baker. Yeah. I'm a baker. I'm not a fancy cook. I like to bake. Of course, you can tell that by the chin.
Yeah, I love that. Well, you know what? I'm very fortunate because in my family, and I'm not much of a cook, although, I can cook. I make old-fashioned stuff,
Yes.
Home cooked meals. But my kids are really good. My one son's a baker. My other son's a cook. My daughter's very creative in cooking. And so when we're together, I don't have to worry about it.
Well, in my house, my mother didn't have her sons, all these domestic things like how to clean the bathroom, how to make a roast beef. Okay.
My grandmother,
how to do laundry. And
right. My grandmother was the same way. My grandmother said to us growing up, you do not need to cook until you get married because your husband's mother needs to teach you how to cook what he likes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
There you go.
That's interesting.
My son is here. My son is with me right now. He's helping me do some renovations on my house. And he's kind of taken over the cooking. So I'm being spoiled again now.
Oh, nice. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Have someone cook for you and do some extra things for you.
Can I, real quick, Sylvia, do you deliver?
Yes. Yes, but there's a very high delivery cost.
Yeah. You have to really stand well. And then make sure you have plenty of milk on hand, Sylvia.
I'm a sangria person.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, we actually drink wine when we're doing the show. We have a little glass here. We do every week. Yeah, we drink a little bit. But yeah. So any other tips you can give anyone out there when they're online dating? Because it's been a success for you. Although you've had to overcome some challenges in it yourself. So any other thing you'd like to share?
You just have to be patient. And, if you can get past the first meeting and have a second one, then usually you're pretty good. You have to have confidence too. And don't take it personal when you meet someone and it just doesn't click.
Yeah.
And I learned all this from Kit's book. I love kids.
How much you gonna pay her?
That's the big bottle.
Yeah. That's a big bottle. Okay, that's a big bottle segment. It's in the jug, right?
Okay.
The
Thanks for the plug, Sylvia.
Now his book is very good. Your book is good, and I don't want to take light of that, because if anyone out there is listening or wants to find a nice book to read that's going to give you the ins and outs of online dating,
I tried quick, simple, easy, and something you could get through, but get the message and get the points right away.
Right.
Okay. And I didn't write Gone with the Wind Part 2, and that was by design. I wanted you to get the information and be able to put it to use. I wanted to make it easy for you to get the information, and boom, put it to use, and then go on out and start having fun. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
And once I read his book and it gave me the new outlook on the online dating, that's when I got the confidence to accept, okay, so this one didn't work, you just go to the next one. But my first few experiences were not good. They were really bad. And I met I got involved with some really bad people. So it was a hard thing for me, but I finally got over that. Don't take it personal if you just don't click.
Yeah.
Because you just don't click with everyone.
Well, you're an amazing lady. Amazing.
Even though you might have had a wonderful time on your first meeting, you didn't click. So if he doesn't call back, you can just go on.
Does that fall under the category? Does that fall under the category of chemistry or no chemistry?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, but I've had some very nice men in my life, and some of them I still have contact with, even though we're not continuing our dating. So it's been wonderful. And then I've had the really bad experiences, the scammers and the con artists and all that, because you put up there you're a widow, and then all of a sudden you got all these men that think you're really desperate and you'll do anything. So.
Yeah, well, they also think that you've come into some money. And
money.
So I always tell all my friends who are widowed, I always tell them, don't put that you're widowed. Just say you're single. So that way they don't see that, think that you've come into some money, with the death of your spouse, and so you're on the same level playing field.
Sylvia, with your experience and your background in this, what would be something you would like to see a dating website do? What would you like to see them do or include in their services that you think would improve the experience?
I really don't know, because everybody's experiences are so different, and everybody's looking to get something different from it. So it's hard to say you could just put it into a blanket template and go, okay, here it is. First of all, you have to be honest with yourself as to what you're looking for. And I don't think people do that either. Because I know at first I didn't either. I wanted Robert Redford, and I'm getting Mo, Larry, and Curly. So you're not honest with yourself either. So even when you're filling out the profiles, you have to be honest with yourself. Not even the person it's for, with yourself.
Yeah. Also, I wonder what type of relationship you want. Don't you have to kind of understand that?
Yes, and that's the same thing too, because when I first went on the online dating, I was in the, I don't care about marriage anymore. I just want someone to go out and have a good time with, blah, 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 blah. And I was like almost like speed dating for a while. And then I go, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I think that's there again, you have to be honest with yourself. And I don't know how you can put that into a blanket template that fits everyone.
Yeah. Now, Sylvia, do you think that as you've been dating, as you've been out there online, do you think it's kind of evolved for you that as you've made that transition from, of course, losing, someone that's very dear to you, that it took some transition for you to be able to start thinking about being with someone else again, and then embracing the type of relationship you wanted, type of person you wanted in your life. So you think that kind of had to evolve? You had to give it some time and let it evolve, right?
Yes. I didn't jump right into it again. It was almost a year later before I even started thinking about it. And then it was just kind of like, I would like someone to go to a movie with. And I had wonderful friends, wonderful girlfriends that if we went someplace, we went as a group, we had a wonderful time. But every once in a while, you just want someone else in your life, a man, or maybe not a man, but a significant other type of partner. Someone that's not talking girly things all the time. Someone that you can kiss goodnight and enjoy it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Preferences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for men too. I've talked to many men, coming from the transition, going through the divorce and transition into dating, and we talk a lot about that. And they miss a female in their life. They miss, someone, the smell of a woman, the hair, being close to, holding hands, things like that. And it's not that they want to get married to that person immediately. They just want, need that.
And people don't understand the difference between intimacy and sex. That was the biggest thing I missed when my husband passed away, was the intimacy, not the sex, the touching, the kissing, the cuddles. That's the part that I missed the most. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, I have met a man that he understands that. He's the same way. It's not about, our relationship is not about the sex in it. It's about the compatibility, the enjoying each other, the sitting on the couch, rubbing his back or rubbing his feet. So that's what seemed to be the turnaround in how I started looking at things. No more one night stands, no more just running out because somebody's available.
Don't you think that part of that is as we mature? As we mature we take a more mature look at our relationships. When I was 18 years old, I wanted to be the sex maniac for the rest of my life.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Exactly.
And of course, here we are 45 years later, and now I'm looking for my best friend. Completely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that makes the sex come into play so much more. It's, now you've got this beautiful relationship.
Yes.
Yes. And you can go to bed at night and go to sleep, or you can go to bed and have beautiful sex, but it doesn't make any difference to either one of you which happens.
Right. Exactly.
So,
right.
Exactly.
Well, I think too, I wonder, and I'm just saying this just off the top of my head, I wonder too, is because we are older, that sex doesn't play such a vital impact, because a lot of people, our sex drive is just not as what it was.
Exactly.
So now we have an appreciation for that partner, versus just the sexual part of it. And so that's very important when you're dating, because you want to really connect with that person. It's not just about great sex, but it's about all the in between. You're looking for someone that's going to satisfy you in between.
In between, exactly. And our definition of great sex also changes as we get older.
Yes.
What used to be the all-night, hot, sweaty, wet, is now we want the close, intimate, soft, passionate stuff. So we just want to. It's more the feelings that are there now instead of the end outcome that we used to look for.
Wow, you're terrific, and thank you so much for sharing with us. I know we kind of sprung you into the lobby.
Yeah.
We brought you in and on air.
I'd like to have you on again.
Yeah, because I think it's nice because you're real. You're a real person out there dating, and you've been successful meeting someone. So I think it's super
You're,
cool.
you have so many wonderful viewpoints that other people can use, and I'm so glad you came on and were willing to share them with everyone. Someone that has a lot of experience and has come out of it successfully.
That's not a lot.
Well,
It's not a lot. It's successful. I've had some successful experience, which I think a lot of people get discouraged because they jump into it and they expect to find Mr. Right away instead of just enjoying meeting the people. And that's like I said, when I read Kit's book and I changed my attitude about how I went into it, and I just started enjoying the people, then it didn't make any difference. Okay, so is he going to call? Is he not going to call? And I got over being an 18-year-old teenager, like, oh my God, I have a date. So
I know, that's still hard for me. I still get all wigged out.
Oh, giddy?
Or that I'm meeting somebody, because I do want to put my best foot forward. I do want,
absolutely,
and so I put some effort into it, and I hope that person that I'm meeting is going to do the same thing, and hopefully appreciate that I have put a little bit of effort into it. I mean, I don't just go wearing my sweatpants and my hair back.
I'm just so
no makeup. Although that's a girl you like.
I'm a girl next door.
I haven't worn makeup in years.
I'm a girl next door.
I gave up a long time.
I said earlier that how nice it would be to meet my best friend. I'm actually looking to meet my best buddy. Okay, someone that if I'm going to pull the weeds in the garden, she doesn't mind pushing the lawnmower. Okay.
I have my own lawnmower. I bought my own lawnmower and I push my own lawnmower.
There you go. Okay.
Well, they have those self-propelled ones. You can kind of go along.
I did it on
you
purpose.
Understand what I'm saying? I'm not. Cece and I were talking about this last week. I follow a news feed on my computer every day, and without fail, every day there's something on there about the Kardashians. Over and over. I'm Kardashianed out. I don't care if I ever see them again. But the point is that they're glamorous women. They're beautiful. They're incredibly attractive. But none of them appeal to me, and I don't quite understand why. And it's more like I would just really like to meet my best buddy. Yeah, and they don't look like they could be my best buddy.
Because your type of woman is. When I put on my profile, I am a girly girl. I'm totally a girly girl.
Fine.
And I mean, I do my hair, I wear makeup, my nail polish on, I do all of that kind of thing. But there's like my daughter who's, although, she looks very beautiful and her nails are done and things like that, but she's, more of a tomboy kind of, she'll get out there and do whatever the guys are doing. She won't hesitate doing it. Yeah. So it's, it's really what you're, the type of woman you're attracted to. And that's what makes it kind of fun, is that we can't all be attracted to the same type of person.
No.
So this way.
And that's not what I'm saying.
So basically, you're not attracted to me, is what you're saying. Even though we met online.
I love you like crazy.
Yeah, I know. But this
fantasize about you.
Okay.
Oh, she's blushing now, Sylvia.
Blushing? Yeah, I am blushing.
One of my endearing qualities is I'm also very charming. Okay.
Yes. So, I agree with that.
Really good friends. We met online, and I saw that I saw that he was first I thought he was just like, scoping out women or whatever. And so I found his site and the book and all that, and I showed it to him online. And then I was a little bit like, what? See this, buddy? And he's like, he looked at it like, oh wow, she found everything about me. He was all amazed. And so then I thought, well, let's bring him on as on the show and as an author, and we'll interview him for the book. And then we got to be such good friends, and now we start doing the show together. So it goes to show you that the online sites can really, change your life. They can be very different. I mean, absolutely. It's just how you look at it.
And I count you amongst right at the top, Sylvia, I have made so many wonderful friendships.
Did you guys meet online?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Yes.
Oh, you and Sylvia met on.
Yeah.
You guys met online. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I have, and Sylvia is right at the top of the list as some of the most wonderful people I've ever met that otherwise I never would have had the chance to meet.
Yeah.
And of course, CC is one of those as well. And I feel very fortunate. While I may not have found the love of my life, my next, best buddy, as I like to say, I have made wonderful friendships and relationships that I cherish dearly. And
See, he only cherishes. We're not the love of his life.
Yeah. So we're not the love of your lives, huh?
Well,
She's nuts like them, Sylvia. How about that?
I'm not the love of her life either, okay? She's not losing any sleep over me. I get that.
But it's building your friendship base, and I think that's
Exactly.
what's cool about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not offended if somebody tells me that I don't rock their boat. They're not what I'm really looking for. They're looking for. I mean, I don't get offended with that, as long as they don't insult me or something,
Exactly.
But yeah, so I'm okay with that. I just look at it like you do, Sylvia. Have some fun and meet some interesting people, and who knows what's going to happen. And it happened for you, and I wish you all the very best. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. So we're probably going to have to close out the show here pretty soon, Sylvia. So do you want to leave any last words for the listeners out there about online dating? Any words of encouragement, anything?
What's your best piece of advice?
Yeah.
What would be your best piece of advice?
Confidence in yourself and patience. Just because Mr. Wonderful didn't walk through that door this time doesn't mean the next one that opens won't be him.
Nice.
So
Absolutely.
Just don't make it. Just don't rush it. When you least expect it, it just happens.
Now, when you met your potential partner here, the guy that you're dating now, did you meet him and was it chemistry automatically, or did you once you got to know him?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
There you go.
And he was so cute. We had a really nice first date, a nice meeting, dinner, and the next morning he called me at work and said to me, "I know this is going to sound kind of silly, but do you want to go steady?" So that right there just won my heart.
Yeah.
That was it just did. So
I love
it. Yeah.
Well, that's a classic. He's into you. I mean, he's totally into you. And I think, and as we go on with some of the other shows, I'd like to talk about that claiming, because I think a man has to claim a woman, and he claimed you. He said, "Let's go steady." He was right. Telling you then that I claim you and I like you and I want you to be in my life, and let's try it out. Let's see where it's going to take it.
Yes.
And you have to let the men do that. But if a man doesn't do that, he's not that into you. And I've dated, guys like that have dated me more than once, and we've hung out, we've had friends, and all this stuff, but he's never claimed me. And so I know that he's not that into me. He's having a good time with me, and we become really good friends, but it's not going to end with me. Yeah. So that's an important thing to share with people. So thank you so much for doing that, and, opening your heart and giving us all this wonderful advice. I love it. Don't you?
Thank you, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, guys.
Kid talks about you all the time, and he says, Sylvia's always there. She's always trying to come on. And I'm so glad that you were able to come into the lobby.
Come on again.
I always try. I always try.
You're terrific, and I'm just so happy that we're finally able to get you on, and the wonderful information you've passed along to us, and your insights, your experience. This is great, and we look forward to the next time, I promise.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we are going to have to probably close out the show today, but I just wanted to thank you very much for being on. And what's happening here? I don't know what's happening. So anyhow, I just wanted to thank you very much, Sylvia, for being on the show with us. And we're going to have some guests coming on with us next time. So hopefully we can bump this up and do some fun things. And we also want to encourage you to do some events. I have an event coming up. If anyone's interested, it's on August the 19th, and it's for singles. It's The Art of Seduction, a singles mingle. And so I'm going to place that on Facebook. So we're going to be talking that up, and everyone can join us. But we got to wrap it up. So, all right, this is a boy and girl thing.
Good night, Sylvia. Thank
Good night.
you so
Thank
much.
you. I'm CC Schatz.
I'm Kit Smith.
And we'll see you next time. Bye for
Good
now.
night.